Do 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 do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Have a great Wednesday. Let us see what is going on in the world. Ooh, ICE building attack in Texas. Let's see, what is this all about? Do, do, do. Oh my goodness. Multiple injuries? Okay. Let's see. One date, two injured, one gone, and shooter didn't make it. What do we think about this whole situation? If you guys don't know, I mean, literally, I'm driving, I'm doing errands, and then I just checked the news. And I'm just seeing what is the top news right now, and I guess this attack to this ICE facility. And when I first saw this, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, I just think it's such a silly thing to do, because whatever the motive is, you're not going to accomplish that with this. Because what's gonna happen? Um, well, I'll say this: when I first saw the news, right? Because I said I was driving, doing errands, and this popped up on the news, and the way that they were framing it early on was like, I thought ICE agents got injured, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing that you could possibly do, because down the road, they're going to use this to, say that, hey, ICE agents are under attack. This is why we need the National Guard to protect the ICE agents. That's what I saw, or heard when I was doing my errands. And I was like, oh, and then when I got home, I saw that that wasn't the case. And the people that got injured and the people that got lost their lives were detainees. And I was like, and then you see the casings, right? Let me pop up the casings if I could, if find the screenshot, share the screen with you guys. All right, let's see the bullets. Right. So it's obviously anti-ice. You can see there, anti-ice. It literally says anti-ice. What do we think about this? Hmm. Okay. There was a narrative that I saw one news anchor say that this could be a misdirect, maybe. Because if, like I was trying to get to, if your goal is anti-ice, you don't really want to do this, because then they'll just ramp it up more, right? Because I'm telling you, they're going to use this as an excuse, to justify having, the military with ICE. Because I saw literally the first news pressers that I saw, they were saying how dangerous it is to be an ICE agent right now. They're getting attacked. Like they said, like the violence against ICE agents are up like 1,000%, which is understandable because we've never had a crackdown like this in the past, and ICE agents are out in the field a lot more than they are now. So I can totally understand that violence against ICE is up 1,000%. And if you're watching the news coverage of this, depending on where you watch it, they focus on the fact that the ICE building itself got attacked, and people were injured, but they don't tell you who got injured. No, no ICE agents were hurt in this attack, and that could be because this person was terrible. I mean, I honestly feel like this whoever we'll find out more information about the guy itself when they do their investigation. But it seems like whatever his motive was, he's gonna accomplish the opposite of that. Because he hit detainees, which, if your the motive was anti-ICE, for you to go out there and hit detainees, uh, I don't know. Because I'm like, why? I don't know. That seems like such an odd thing. The odd thing about this, because I feel like he seems like he had the time. No one was expecting this, right? No one woke up this Wednesday and was like, "Oh yeah, today an ice building is going to get attacked." Um, the fact that he had the element of surprise and the news coverage that I saw about this was the place is impossible to secure, right? It's like a big open area. There's tons of places. For him to not even injure an ICE agent, seem I can't tell if that is by design or he was just terrible. Because if he's anti-ICE, the fact that he hit detainees is the worst way to go out as possible. Like, that's crazy. I can't I can't imagine him, like, whatever he believes, right? If he believes in the afterlife or not, and, I'm just thinking of, like, how, there's the part in the afterlife, you go up to the gates or whatever, right? And they kinda, like, reveal your life, and you see the last moments and, like, you reflect on what you did, like, in the afterlife, and you're like, "You hit a bunch of detainees." In like, supposedly, we don't know what these detainees are, unless people are looking at it wrong, unless he meant to hit the detainees. Maybe it's okay. Keep in mind, I'm all about just random thoughts, okay? Imagine if he actually meant to hit the detainees. Maybe it's a cartel thing, and those detainees were on a hit list and you know? I mean, that's the only explanation that I can think of. Oh, there's the other thing. Maybe he just got up there, got scared, and then just started popping off. That could be it too. But the fact that he didn't hit any ice agents is a strange fact to this situation, because that seems like that was the goal. I mean, look at these bullets again. Let's share these bullets again. Like, because that seems like that was the goal, right? I'm just surprised what's going on right now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The fact that I can only chuckle at this terrible attempt, and maybe it speaks to the state America is in right now, where these things happen, and we're like, okay, next day, what's gonna happen on Thursday? Well, we'll see, because sorry if I'm moving things around. Um, yeah, it just seems like it's another day. It's a happy Wednesday. Let's see, what else is going on. That was the top news that's breaking today. What else is going on in the world? Let's end on a different note. Let's find some happy news real quick. Let's look up. Let's find some good news, because we don't want to end with that today. What's going on? California's first solar panel covered canal is fully online. Very interesting. Very interesting. I like this. When California first announced this project, right, people were saying that this sounds like another bullet train thing. And if you guys aren't aware of California's bullet train situation, this bullet train has been under construction in California forever. And it's like billions of dollars in, and it's nowhere near finished. And the issue that I think they're having with this California bullet train is that it goes through a lot of personal property, like people's properties, and they have to buy these properties out. And that's the part that is slowing everything down. because you gotta, build, and then people can own the lands ahead of it, and then they have to negotiate and build and buy the land ahead of it as whatever price, the best price that they can get for it, and then build over it, right? And it's going through, and that's the main. I think that's the main thing that's slowing them down. And of course, this is America. There's this thing where, especially in construction, I mean, even in China, they do this a lot. There's a lot of Chinese scandals of like construction companies, skimming or overpaying, bidding contracts and whatnot. We can get into that another day. But that is a huge problem for the California bullet train. And I saw this solar thing that they announced that they were trying to do. They were trying to cover these big canals with solar panels, and it was supposed to cover two things. One, it's supposed to conserve water because you're covering the sun from beating at the water, so it lowers water evaporation, right? So that's a plus. And then two, you have energy that's not being used, sun energy, and so it's a win-win to cover the canals with solar panels. And I guess it's built an online, or at least part of the online. Part of it is online right now, so that's cool. Um, I mean, kind of leads into another topic that we need to talk to about is this race into AI, especially in America, is consuming a lot of power, and that's something that people aren't really talking about a lot. Um, I mean, Microsoft just bought their own nuclear power plant. Imagine that. Imagine like thinking about when Microsoft first started with Bill Gates being the richest guy. And I remember, I grew up during that time where Bill Gates, the time it would take for him to pick up $100, he would have lost like thousands of dollars or whatever. I remember that's the news that was going through the hallways of my school when he first reached 100 million, when 100 million was a lot of money to these guys back then. Um, yeah, and they have their own nuclear plant now to power these big AI facilities, and that's going to be a big problem down the road. But that's a discussion for another day. That's a windmill discussion. Who knows? Uh, I brought up the windmills because Trump just talked at the UN yesterday, and he brought up windmills. I actually need to do it. I want to do a deep dive into Donald Trump's obsession with windmills. Wha Some people say it's because of his golf course in, was it Ireland, Scotland, wherever, and they built a windmill near it, and he hates the look of it, and from that point on, it kind of went on a downward spiral of anti-windmilling. But it seems like we're in the path that we need all the kilowatts or whatever that we can get. That's gonna be a huge problem down the road. I saw this thing that in China they built underwater data centers. I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if it's true or not. It could be AI. Who knows? But it's an interesting idea to build underwater data center so you don't have to spend energy on cooling down the data center. It's just cold down there. But imagine doing maintenance. Imagine sending your IT guy down there if you have a problem. Anyways, that's it. That's all I want. I just want to chat real quick about this whole situation. What do you guys think about the whole um, ICE attack situation? Because it's terrible, but at the same time, I for some reason I can't get over the fact that this guy wanted to target ICE agents, and he didn't hit any of them. Like that part, I don't know why that part sticks out to me a lot. Um, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into conspiracy theory or not, but I just think that it's very odd that this guy, maybe he, maybe it's a spur of the moment thing. I can't. I'm trying to think like how. wha- what goes through, I guess, in the planning process? What went wrong that you would set something up, like, set your mind on doing this, have the intent, engrave the bullets, engrave the casings or whatever, right? And not even get I guess we'll have to find out how close he was, to actually getting any of the ice agents, but I'm just so confused on target selection, I guess? I don't know. Maybe he was just like maybe he shot he sent 1 round, and then he saw the panic, and he just started firing, and, these are the unfortunate souls that, got hit, so, I don't know. I just thought that was very strange. Right, see you guys later.